Hi guys, how are you? This is Jennifer, and I just wanted to firstly, kick off with a few things before I actually start with the topic of the video. I firstly wanted to apologize for my lighting. This is not the ambience I was going for, trust me, but it is what it is. Like, just got to get this video kicking because I've been practically being like, God, I hate my camera, I hate this, I hate that. And I think God's just been like, I don't really care. Also, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to look at my notes for the video, just to prevent the video being like extra long. And lastly, I wanted to apologise for the fact that Chantal and I have not been back on the channel since we've done, the first video. Things have been insane. We have a lot to tell you about that's been going on with the two of us. It's really been insane. Like, we haven't even seen each other since that. But we're good. Like, we haven't fought or anything. We are still in great communication. We still love each other very, very much. So it's nothing like that. It's just been that things have been manic. And I'm even leaving for South Africa in 12 days. And I'll be there for 3 months. So it's just been insane. But next week, hopefully we should have more things on the channel for you because we're meeting next week to be able to sort that. Okay, so in terms of me going to South Africa, because I know some of you are like, you can't just drop that, Jen. We're going to talk about that in the next video. Well, the other video I'm going to do with Chantal, so don't worry. So in terms of the topics for today, it's actually been something that's on my heart. I'm actually going to talk about what to do when you realise that you hate your university degree. Whatever you're studying, you hate it and you're currently still at university. I thought it'd be great because it's something that I know about very much because that was my reality whilst I was at university. I hated my degree so much. But to prevent the video not being super, super long, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about my experience on this video. Then I'm going to create 2 different videos. One talking about, how to go about it if you decide that you are not going to stay on your course and you want to change courses. And the second one will be what to do if you decide that you actually are going to stay. I just want you guys to know that I am not God. I am not your mum. I am not your uncle, your cousin. So please, whatever I say, take it as you would take any other advice, in that please use wisdom, please pray paramount, like that is paramount. Please pray before you make any decision about what you're going to do. And that really goes for any advice given to you by your mom, your uncle, your cousin as well. Please just pray about it because this is a very delicate issue, and just generally, we should be striving as much as possible to pray about things before we make decisions, no matter how, unimportant or insignificant those decisions may seem. So, yeah. Okay, so my experience at university, as most of you know, I studied law at the University of Birmingham. And as just a disclaimer, my experience had nothing to do with the quality of the course at the University of Birmingham. They're actually a fantastic university for the course. They're great. They are acknowledged globally for what they do on that course and for research that they have done, and they are amongst the best in the UK. So Birmingham, don't worry, I'm not coming for you. All right, okay, great. So my experience, I did law because I wasn't too sure what I wanted to study. I was told that I'm academically able, and I'd sort of gone down that arts pathway of, I did Spanish, English, psychology and sociology for my A-levels, and I just wasn't really too sure what I wanted to do. So they were like, you know what, do law. And obviously my parents were down with that, mainly because they're Nigerian and they're quite traditional Nigerian. So that was on their list of 5 degrees that they will allow me to do, basically. So, great. But apart from that, it was very confusing. Like, when I started uni, I wasn't, woohoo! I'm just doing a course that I don't know is going to be great. I'm just getting on it. I don't know why I did an American accent. probably too much Mr. World premiere, but I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't like that. I was just I'm quite a serious person. Like, I take everything super seriously. So I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I've started this course. If I have chosen the wrong course, this is the end of my life. Like, everything will be finished and I'll be in debt. I'll be in debt and finished. What is this? Like, it was literally mental. Apart from that, I was also really worried about my course choice because in my what was I going to say? Okay, in my, yeah, like around me, there had been a lot of conflict about my career path. There had been a lot of prophecy about, you know, what I was apparently supposed to become. And they were different prophecies. Like, you know, we were hearing some things there, some other things here. So that added even more pressure to someone like me who is so serious. I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm falling out of God's will. But that's something else. Okay, so these are all the things that were going through the back of my mind. And by first or second week of my law degree, I was like, what am I doing here? You know, someone tell me, what am I doing here? I was getting percentages that I had never experienced in my life in terms of feedback on my grades. I was getting grades that I had never got in life. I was amongst people who were so much more intellectually advanced than myself. My confidence was just not there. I couldn't connect with the course. I didn't really understand the course. And this was only the second week. But I gave myself time. And, you know, I was like, you know, it's new. You know, our lecturers were like, it's new. You've got to get used to it. Like, don't worry. Da-da-da-da. You know, just try and pass. But by second semester, I was like, no. Like, this feeling is real. This course is not for me. So yeah, that was, and obviously using the context of the fact that I did not know what I wanted to do. Now, in terms of the overall story of my experience, I actually found out what I wanted to do in my second year, after spending 3 months in Brazil volunteering. I realised that what I wanted to do was not law. So that was equally just like, oh my gosh, what am I doing on this course? I realised it was not law. And it was just insane. So I stayed on the course though, because I didn't really have an idea of what else I would want to change to. I also stayed on the course because law, as I mentioned before, is a very, very respected degree. And not only that, but the skills that you gain, and this is usually the case for most degrees, the skills that you gain are extremely, extremely transferable. You're put under a very, very pressured environment, a very challenging environment. So what the end result is, and I don't mean like your 2-1 or your 2-2 or your first, I mean the end result, as in you, the product, you are employable. You are somebody that somebody would want in their company because you have it together. Like, you've learned a lot of things that are necessary and that you need. So yeah, I will go into detail of my experience in the next 2 videos. So obviously, if you have decided, or you already know, or you're considering not staying on your course, check the video that will be about that. If you are deciding that you do want to stay on your course, or not that you do want to stay on it, because I can't imagine why you'd want to stay on something that you don't enjoy. But if you decided that, like me, you're going to stick it out, or you're going to stay on the course for whatever reason, follow the video that will, you know, be titled that as well. You can also find them below, the links. Yeah, and I'll talk a bit more about my experience there. Just a quick disclaimer though, if you're making a decision that you don't want to stay on your course after a week or 2 weeks, I don't know if I said this at the beginning of the video, because I've done this video so many times. After a week or 2 weeks, I would say don't drop out just yet. Don't change course just yet. Give it some time. Maybe talk to some people who are further along in the course than yourself, or who have done the course, so that you can talk to them about your expectations. You can talk to them about how you're feeling. You can talk to them about the structure of the course and how the course changes, because you may find that it may just be this particular year. You know, with everything that you love, there will be aspects of it that you do not appreciate. Even so much with a person, like you might be in love with a person And of course, there are going to be aspects of them that you do not appreciate, you know, but that's just how it is. So in terms of a course, for example, you can find somebody who has known that they want to study music for the whole of their life, and they get onto this course and they will tell you that they love it, and they do. But they'll tell you, oh, I don't really like this part. This part isn't really my favorite. So I would say it may just be that you're going through that. However, if maybe you're in your second semester, because looking at where we are right now in terms of, you know, today's the 29th of Jan, so that would probably be about second semester. If you know that, actually, I'm like, yeah, then, you know, now might be a bit more credible in terms of the decision that you're able to make based on how long you've been on the course. If you're in your second year, you know, I feel like, you know. So, yeah, follow the particular videos. Oh, and be sure to follow Memoirs of a Growing Woman on Instagram as well. It is at Memoirs of a Growing Woman. All right, I'll catch you in the next video.